Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to the London session live stream brought to you by Monster Money Trading. What's up, Jared? So I want to get into it quickly here. Alright, so yesterday we saw this strong upside move on gold after the London session open off 1950, and I had 1987 marked up as the top of this range that I was kind of looking to stay out of. But the fact that we've had such an impulsive move to the upside, we could easily see, if not the whole move corrected, we could see some of this move corrected, and it's left some clean traffic. So I don't mind potentially taking sells, and I've tried to delete this. I've got sells marked below 1975 here. Looking to the left, you can see that we've got resistance, support, and our most recent support as well, right around there. But one thing I'm looking at here is actually the 4-hour and 8-hour. So as we know, the 8-hour closes leading into this London session. So just for a little bit of a in between the daily and 4-hour, we can see the 8 hours closed bearish with rejections of 1890. Now 1890 is also a very significant level. We've got resistance there, and I know if we look further to the left, you'll see that 1890 we've got lots of rejections off of here in the past. So what we've been discussing about 2000 is that when we see price come up into 2000 without any further fundamental information to hold above that level, we generally see some nice sell-offs from these areas, and I'm still expecting us to see a little bit of a rejection or a correction of some of that upside move from last month. But we can't really say until we get a break out of this higher time frame range between 2000 and 1935. But we are still in this range and looking to play this range on the lower time frames. Like I say, after yesterday's impulsive move to the upside, we could see some of that corrected. So what I'm looking at here is on the 4-hour, if we break previous 4-hour lows, we've got about 30 pips moving down to the next key level at 1975. So breaking previous 4-hour lows. If you were to use current 4-hour stops, we've got about 32 pip stops. We've got about, like I say, nearly 30 pips moving down here. And then the thing is, we may see reactions at 1975. But if we break below that level, we've got that as a vantage point, and you've got plenty of range moving down. So that's what I'm looking at here this morning. Right now we are consolidating, and generally when we consolidate before a period of volume and we get we generally get quite a nice breakout of that area. Also got this candle from yesterday from the news where we had no bottom wick. We could easily break this consolidation low and come and get this bottom wick from that 4 o'clock candle from yesterday. So based off of that, I'm going to look to have sell stops here on the breakout of this consolidation. Might end up deleting these. We'll see how the hourly is closing. But like I say, break of previous 4-hour lows here, to me looks pretty good. Like I say, this most recent range, you've got some clean traffic moving down. And, if we do push on lower with London open volume, you've got about 50 pips to fill this wick here. Plenty of range moving down. So I'm going to have a sell stop at 1977.85. My stop loss will be above the current 4-hour high. So stop loss above current 4-hour high at 1981.3. For about 34 pips. Alright, so let me just get that placed. Alright, and then having a look at GJ. GJ, you can see we're maintaining this bullish structure. Yesterday had those bars planned above 164.360. You can see it played out for a little bit, but we've grabbed more liquidity. Got a little bit of issues here to the left, but the reason I've got potential bars marked up above 164.900 is if we look on the daily, you can see here, maybe let me remove all of this. Based off the daily, yesterday we closed bullish, today we are moving up, and we did just about break yesterday's high, but if we re-break these highs with volume, we've got this wick to fill from Friday. So that's the idea there with the bars above 164.900. Even though this range is not necessarily the greatest, based off the higher time frame momentum, this looks alright. But safer bars would definitely be above the highs here at 165.250. Other than that, just not really interested in any of this. Because if we are failing to break higher here, knowing GJ, we could easily get deeper pullbacks. We could still even get pullbacks down to 163. Not really interested in sells within this range though. Maybe looking for sells below 163.500. Potentially adapting there to the deeper pullbacks. or even potential sells below like 163,800, let's call it. But for now, I'd like to see these buys setting up for the morning. Otherwise, probably or just leave GJ alone. This current 15-minute had no bottom wick, but it's about to close here in about 2 minutes. You know, we really are just consolidating here. But like I say, anticipating when we break out of this consolidation to get some volume based off the way the 4-hour candles are printing. You know, break of previous 4-hour lows there. Previous bearish 4-hour lows. Looks good here to me to push on down. Morning everybody. I actually haven't sent the YouTube link to Discord. Let me do that quick. Morning Mo. How are you doing, brother? Good, good. What's up, Reese? Hey, Swales, what's up? Morning, Hectorino. What's up, David? Albertus. 2 p.m. in Indonesia. Is that a Drake song or something? Have you guys heard the new Drake release? The leak? Alright, so we did close bearish here on the hourly and 30 minutes. Obviously still in consolidation. But you know the idea behind the impulse entries here. You know, in a tight range. Looking for this pre-London volume to give us the breakout and push here. Can I place the sell stop? Well, I mean these are my trades, but there's nothing stopping you from placing it. Personally, I've got it placed, but there's no reason that you should just blindly follow me. You know what I mean? Do you like the trade idea? Does it fit your plan? Then sure. I think that's the most important thing. Jared, is that you
Raving on you,
singing?
brother, are you?
What's up,
No,
bro? You?
I'm just raving on you. No, no complaints.
Why are you raving on me?
No, just about let's go, Cole. Let's go. You always
Oh,
try to get triggered in. So,
yeah, we'll see. We'll see maybe how this 15-minute closes. If we close bullish, I'll probably delete the sell stops here. GJ respecting that resistance for now. Really want to see us break above there to continue moving up. Barcodes here on gold. If it breaks 15-minute, are you going to delete? No, I won't. But if the 15 closes bullish, I will delete. Or if we break previous hourly highs, I'll delete. Not too concerned about the 15-minute. Moving price down with these hours. What do you think about the US oil? That was a big gap. Yeah, that's from, what's it, OPEC, right? I think cutting down on their production by 1 million barrels. So what that means is it's directly impacting the supply. There's less supply. So less supply, more demand, price goes up. Rumen, personally, I'm not looking at any GJ sells this morning. Maybe below 163,800. But I mean, I don't think that's really going to be on the cards for me this morning. Just not really interested in this. Quick look at the DXY. We tapped into quite a significant level yesterday. Looks like we are forming support there. Respecting that area quite well. Yen index still maintaining that bearish structure. Also looks good to continue on moving down here. So obviously if the yen is bearish, you know, that just adds confluence there to the GJ bars. Did you take any gold trades yesterday? Took absolutely no trades yesterday. What's up, Ned? Are you targeting around the 1950 zone? We'll see. We'll see. I don't mind taking these sells, and you know, I'm aware we could reject 1975. So that could be a level that you know, obviously I'm looking to go break even at that level, secure some profit potentially. Then you've got a wick to 4 year for about 50 pips. But I mean, this is clean traffic now that we've left behind from yesterday. So what I'm saying is that if we do get into these positions pre-London, and let's say, you know, we do get that push and maybe we close below 1975 London open, you could then potentially be in a very nice position to correct some of this move from yesterday. 1950, obviously, you know, it's possible. Anything is possible. But realistically, I don't know if I'd hold that entire position. What's that, like 270 pips? Would be pretty solid if we could even come down into 1965 here. $15 will close in 4 minutes, so let's see. Looks like we could close pretty strong bullish, and then I'll probably delete here and just wait it out. So how's everybody doing this morning? What are you guys' plans for the holiday? Easter holiday? Anybody doing anything exciting? St. Franny's, lovely. NFP, there we go. Every day is a holiday. I mean, personally, there's nothing different for me. Same old, same old. Probably gonna be doing the NFP stream for members on Friday. I think Friday and Monday, if I'm not mistaken, are UK bank holidays. So, you know, those days, I don't think we'll be hosting a London session. Yeah, pound bank holiday on Friday. For Friday, you know, we could at least do NFP prep in the morning, something along those lines. Although I don't think we need to do too much. Monday, also pound bank holiday. So yeah, Friday, Monday, I don't think we'll do a London session stream. You know, I used to be the guy who said that you could trade any day. Bank holiday, who cares? Price is still moving. But why not? You know, less time on the charts, the better. The more indifferent you become to these opportunities, because price is always moving, the less you care about it, the better you deal with certain things, and you know, you're not chasing. To come in on a day when you can expect to see lower volume, what are you after? You know, in the grand scheme of things, even if you do get a winning trade, what's it really going to change? Does UK bank holiday affect gold volume? At least for London session, you could expect things to be flat. Faith, lovely stuff. Hey, all the FX, good morning. What's the time by you? So 15 minute, you actually ended up closing bearish. So still got these sell stops in. From the perspective of a 30 minute and hourly, that first 15 minutes we were just creating a top wick. It's like trying to get a cat. If you chase it, it runs away. But if you park, it eventually comes to you. Yeah, exactly. You just need to park. Just chill. Let the opportunities come. Follow your plan. You know, one day shouldn't make or break your trading. Never. You're going to have bigger winning days. But are those days likely to be on a bank holiday? Probably not. If there's some headline or something that's banging, you know, if Russia's going to war or something, sure, then I'll start up the stream. We can get our helmets, start up the stream, you know. Take some gold bars. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. What's up, Triller? GU on the higher time frame is at a very interesting level. So 9 minutes here for this 30-minute candle close. If we're not triggered in by the end of this 30 minutes, I'll probably delete and wait for London Open. Planning for sells or buys on GU. I'm looking for those swing sells from the highs there. But might wait for like a daily candle to close bearish. Higher time frame here, you can see that on a macro trend we are bearish, and we've formed new lows in 2022. We've got a nice pullback, corrected like 50% of this downside move, retesting the lows. So in and around this area you may get really, really nice positions to potentially hold for some time. But by the looks of things, GU can retest an area multiple times. So we've already had like 2 taps into this key area. But yesterday's candle closed quite bullish here. Although respecting resistance, it might be wise to wait for a bearish candle closure. Although you can see how hard we sell off from this level sometimes. Sometimes that move happens in a day. But yeah, I'm just monitoring this. This is not really a pair that I trade, but in terms of swing trades, something that I've just started really looking at in the last month or two. And it's been a bit tough with the whole banking story, that's been very tough. Things are very uncertain, on gold. If you're trying to swing trade gold, I mean, personally, I don't know how I would go about it right now. There's no real clear direction. Well, I do know how I would go about it. I'd probably wait for breaks above 2000, and if we got fundamental confirms, fundamental catalysts to continue moving bullish on gold, then we can look to move up targets like 2050, 2070. Otherwise, breaks below 1935 to correct some of that move from the Credit Suisse move down to like 1890. But in terms of GU, we've had, like I say, that deeper pullback, retest of significant highs, and then looking at the dollar and understanding the situation on the dollar, we're still at this significant demand zone. If we're looking on a monthly, you'll see that we've held this level 102 for basically years. We were in a range here since 2015 up until 2022, where we finally got the breakout. We've retested that level. And then one thing that's very interesting is this previous interest rate hike cycle during the 80s, late 70s, 80s, where we saw that dollar strength. We had a very similar pullback here. You can see I've got this move basically marked up, and you can see the levels I've got marked up. So it's in a very similar area that we're getting that pullback. So I think it would take a lot for the dollar to break below 102. As the world reserve currency, it's not going anywhere. I know that some of you have heard about the BRICS story. We addressed that in the higher time frame review for members, but that's not something that I would worry about too much. There's too much debt denominated in the dollar. There's going to still be a demand in the dollar no matter what. It's going to take a lot for it to be dethroned as the world reserve currency. And, as they raise interest rates, keep rates higher for longer, it should just keep the strength in the dollar higher time frame. So just keep an eye on this demand zone around 102, 101.5. And yeah, GU, like I say, also at the significant level. So that's just something I'm keeping an eye out on. Gold, looks like we flipped back bearish on the 30 here.
Gold is really looking good, eh?
Yeah, it is looking solid. 15 obviously got that top wick as well, but respected previous 15. Obviously, we're just in a range here. You don't want to look too deep into a range, but we are maintaining this bearish structure. I won't delete the sell stops immediately if this 30-minute closes bearish. But if we do close bullish, I'll definitely delete them and wait for London open. Yesterday was crazy. On gold. Hey, how was this move up on gold yesterday? 400 pips. 200 pips down from the open, and then up 400 pips. But one nice thing is that we had opened up with no top wick on the weekly and monthly candle. You know, and we were talking about that yesterday, that coming up to create that top wick actually, you know, that's going to take a bit of trouble away from the rest of the month. Because if we had no top wick for the next few days or weeks, you know, it might get a little bit tough. Just knowing that at any time we could come up and create that top wick. So at least we've done that. Alright, so we closed bullish here on the 30 minutes. Pushing straight back down. I'm going to delete these sell stops for now. And wait for London open. Even if it comes down right now, which it looks like it's coming down with volume. We also don't have a top wick on this current candle. So you know what, we could now break those lows, get that idea playing out. But with 30 minutes to go until London open and this current candle having no top wick, maybe it's better to wait here. You know, the idea was based on the 4-hour and break out of this consolidation, so the move could definitely happen, but I think maybe waiting here could be safer, and then London open could give us a pullback to create that top wick. You know, and then we're missing out on some of that drawdown. So not the highest quality setup here. I'd rather just stay out and wait for something a little bit better. You know, if I had to get into this now, I'd be concerned about that no top wick story. And with London open in 30 minutes, I'd rather just wait. Definitely more opportunities for either sells if we break below 1975, or probably just see what GJ does. Like I say, we could get taps into 1975, form support here, so we'll just kind of see how structure's forming. So it looks like we are breaking those lows. So yeah, let's see how this sets up. You know, it'll be interesting to see if this plays out or not. But like I say, just a couple factors keeping me out of this. So let's see if it was worth it to stay out. Gold. You already know what it is. Okay, chat, I'm gonna go make some coffee here. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about us pushing down here. Like I say, I would rather wait for a better quality setup. So, goodness. So by the looks of things, probably paid to stay out there. You know, the setup wasn't ideal at that point. If direction were a bit more clear on the higher time frames, a move like that could have made sense, keeping the position in, the sell stops in. But, you know, with things still a bit choppy on the higher time frames, I'm not going to take a chance and leave in sell stops when we've got no top wick and the previous 30 closed the way it did. So good thing to have deleted those sell stops. And we can see we are coming to create that top wick, and obviously flipping bullish. You know, we could carry on driving up here. Your daily candle is bullish as well. But like I say, looking at the level we tapped into yesterday, 1990, quite a significant level. I mean, there you can see on the weekly, clear as day, 1990. Got resistance. Three red flags just before London open, no top wick, previous 30 close bullish. Yeah. Gonna make sure the first trade of the month, first trade of the quarter is a good one, don't worry. Roboto, thank you, appreciate that. Hectorino, thank you, thank you.
Abu Bakr is asking, did you remove that sell stop?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, I really don't know if that name is trailing.
Jared, why would you say that?
What it?
Why would you say that?
Read it, bro.
But maybe that's his name, bro.
Well, if it is, I apologize. But come on. Yeah, but well done on deleting that sell stop there. That was a good call.
Yeah, no, definitely don't want to be in that. You know, I had this mocked up as a no trade range. Let's just see here. Reason being was this to the left. You know, I wanted to be careful of this area here to the left. But with the most recent traffic here, you know, we can see that that's actually quite clean. If at London Open we close above 1980, 1981, after that liquidity grab, you know, you could easily come up and fill that clean traffic to the left. So that's something we could look at. Got 20 minutes here. GJ forming a bit of a support there. Hourly looked like it came back to flip bullish for a second. GJ higher time frame, we've got much cleaner direction, that's for sure. But these gold bars would be in line with the you know, the previous daily candle. So we'll keep an eye on this potential buys above 1981. Issue here is actually stops will get pretty big at this point, I think. But yeah, let's just see what happens. Maybe London Open, we get a little bit of a liquidity grab. 30-minute close, weak bearish or something here, holding above 1981. We'll see.
I hate when Con says stops will be big.
Too big. Way too big. GJ bars, I'm in at 164.7. Lovely. Stops being too big is not always like, whoa, I'm not going to enter this trade because the stop loss is too big, but it's relative to the target, you know. So if I've got a 60 pip stop, which, I mean, when have you guys ever seen me have a 60 pip stop? But if conditions allowed and, you know, things are volatile, if targets were like 200 pips, I would have a 60 pip stop, but just lower your lot size. But if I have a 60 pip stop for a 30 pip target, I mean, come on. Or you know, you've got to have the 1 to 5 RR at least. I'm just joking, by the way, if anyone's new here. I'm not really concerned about RR. Personally, I think you...
1:5.
What? Should I be trading 1:20?
The one is 200, bro. It has to match your leverage, dude.
I came across one of these pages doing those like 1:100 trades. It's ridiculous. The thing is, like, sure, if you get one of those trades play out and you risked 1%, like let's say 1:30, there you go, 30% one trade. But how many trades did you put in to get that one trade? And if you were risking 1% the whole time, let's say maybe you're down, let's just say you're down 15% now. So let's do the math. Let's just say you got a $10,000 account. So let's say you had a $10,000 account, you lost 15%. You're on 8,500 now. To make 30% of 8,500, you're only up $1,000. I don't know. The whole RR thing, like when it comes to strategy, what RR you decide on also comes down to, because generally RR will like correlate with your win rate. If you have a very low risk to reward ratio, you're probably gonna have a lot higher win rate. If you have a big RR, you'll probably have a low win rate. Now, you kind of have to see what resonates with you. Maybe you're patient and you can go through those losses and trust the process enough that you're willing to look for those 1 to 3, 1 to 5 setups and, you know, take a couple losses, and then that one trade will make back those losses plus profit. But maybe you like a higher win rate approach where you are winning more trades than you're losing. And you know, that just psychologically feels better. But the issue with that, you know, each approach has their drawdowns. The issue with a higher win rate approach is that when you do eventually take a loss after, let's say, quite a long win streak, it can be quite damaging. sometimes you can get overconfident when you're winning all the time, and you forget that losing is part of trading. Because when you forget those risks, when you become too overconfident, that's a big issue. But personally, I do prefer the higher win rates. I think that it's a lot easier to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But you know, relatively speaking, my win rate is not like crazy. You know, it's like 60%, 65%. Am I in a trade? No, I'm not in a trade.
Yeah,
I'm somewhere. Sorry.
No, please go first.
I was just gonna say I'm somewhere in the middle actually. You know, there's times where I do have a higher risk to reward because I'm going based off structure. I don't really have a rigid plan in terms of risk to reward or going for a high win rate. I'm looking for high probability setups that will, you know, yield a nice profit, and positions where I can keep the losses relatively small or manage risk and kind of just take what the market gives me. So I know with my approach that my win rate is about 60 to 65%. But like I say, sometimes I get those higher risk to reward trades. Sometimes I'm going for a 1-to-1. Completely depends what the market's giving me on the day. Sorry, Jared.
No, no stress. Yeah, I was also going to say something along the lines of we're sort of in the middle where, you know, we're not strangling positions with the stop loss, but we're also not strangling them with the take profit, where as soon as we go into profit of like 7, 8, 9 pips, you know, we just call it and we say, oh, well, we're closing here. So we sort of are in the middle with that. But I also like the approach of, you know, not taking 100 trades with such a small lot size, but rather having a set out plan for the trade. You know what I'm saying? Not just trying to get in with minimal risk or trying to get in with a 100 pip stop and then just riding the drawdown and closing 10 pips. You know what I mean? So we're sort of in the middle with that.
But I mean, we've got the right approach here. Waiting for higher probability setups, spending less time in the markets. As traders, it's like the opposite to investing. You don't want to be in the markets all the time. With investing, they say time in the markets beats timing the markets. For trading, it's the other way. Timing the markets beats time in the market. The more time you're exposing yourself to risk, obviously then the more risk you're exposed to. It's as simple as that. The more chance you have of losing drawdowns in equity, possibly even blowing your account. If you don't know how to manage your emotions and your psychology. But if you are timing the market correctly, waiting for those higher probability setups, one, you're obviously going to have a bit more confidence in them, and two, you're just exposing yourself to less risk overall. Hey, chat, chill out. I think it'll be tough to take sells now, you know, with this current candle, what it's done, grabbing liquidity, closing quite nice and bullish by the looks of things. So we'll see in 9 minutes. But I think personally I'd wait for safer sells below 1975. GJ to me really looks a lot better here.
are we gonna host another boxing event for Monster One? Like, remember, what is it all? Jay Smith and
Shaker.
shucks, I forgot who he.
I think it
Oh
was
yes,
Shaker.
yeah. Now we're gonna have Alder versus. Yo, I'm not even gonna try his name.
Erkin. Erkin.
So,
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Erkin. I've never seen that name before. But I know that you've been here before. Thanks for joining me again this morning. Aldo versus Ned. Jared, you mustn't forget poor Neil. Flippin'.
Neil.
We forgot to add Neil to the Zoom yesterday. Fuck.
Yeah, no, he sent me a message this morning and he said he's going to be in and out of meetings today, so can you please reschedule? So I said to him, not an issue at all. Well, sorry, I haven't replied to him yet, so I need to reply to him.
Tell him to join for NFP, man. So what I'm looking for on GJ, let's just keep it on the hourly time frame, yeah. Let me get the annotate going. Alright, so if we could close above 164,900 here on the hourly, then on the next hourly London Open, I really do want to see some sort of pullback. You know, even just to retest 164,900 at least. Maybe a little bit lower to like where we're sitting right now kind of thing. Get that bottom wick on the hourly, and then we could have bar stops on the break of the highs there. So something like that. That looks tops. I know this traffic to the left is not beautiful, but based off the daily higher time frame momentum here, we can see that. Wait, just let me remove this. We can see that, you know, this level marked up 164,900 is basically daily highs here, and the daily candle being bullish, we've got a wick to fill. Not easier to actually just see on the daily, right? So yeah, there we go. We already broke yesterday's highs, but obviously didn't have enough volume to continue moving up. So coming into London Open, if we re-break these highs, you know, I'm expecting that volume to then fill this wick to the left here. Make sense? Hit the like button if it makes sense. Four minutes to go here. Good stuff, Carl. Gold is a tough one. Really tough one. You know, I don't even know about these bars. This is why I had this marked up as a no trade range. It's just tough. Got a lot of problems around 1982. Maybe bars above. Yeah, that'll be a lot safer. Then at least you've got this clean traffic to work with. And you actually breaking this low time frame bearish structure. So yeah, pretty much what I had marked up this morning. This would just remain in no trade range. Might range to NFP. You never know, it might. I mean, I think it will take a lot for us to break out of this higher time frame range between 2000 and 1935. You know, if we zoom out here, looking at the daily candles, you know, this at this point just looks horrible. Ranging between 2000 and 1935. You know, that's a tough area. In terms of day trading, you know, we just need to stay adaptive, look for the most or the cleanest ranges, and not get too caught away in the lower time frames, because it is going to start to get messy, you know, as we can see. But at least yesterday left us some clean traffic to move back down here. Alright, looks like we're about to close here, or London open. So GJ looking good. In terms of entries here, it will be imperative to see a bottom wick being formed. And we need to close above this level as well. Alright, so there we go. Closed above bottom wick. Might just get volume and rip up. But I want to see this bottom wick to just give me entry opportunities. If not, that's fine. Like I say, not the most beautiful range to the left, so I would rather be a bit more conservative with the entries right at London Open, you know. We've seen with GJ these deep pullbacks at London Open, even when we look really good to drive up. So I could see pullbacks on the hourly, you know, bottom wick all the way down to 160, 164, 750 still. So let's just be patient here. The thing is, if you just get in on the close or on the break of the highs immediately at the open, and when we do come down and create that bottom wick, then you're sitting in drawdown. Not really a position I want to be in to start this lovely Tuesday morning. So just going to wait. Do you trade SRC? What the hell is that? SRC concepts. I don't trade any concepts. I trade price action.
SRC is Raja Banks, Smart Raja Concepts.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I don't really play with concepts. You see, concepts are kind of just these made-up ideas. I look at action. I look at what's real. I trade facts, not concepts. You know what I mean?
Well, Mr. Banks is coming to Cape Town.
Oh, is it? Yeah, we going. Once money's gonna go crash. Crash it.
It's 33,000 rand a ticket. So we're sharing one seat. Okay.
Yeah, you can sit on my lap, Jared.
Then Reese can sit on my lap.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Reese boy, what do you think?
No, that's very cool. I would actually, you know, I don't want to go there to learn, but I think it would be cool to meet Raja. You know, I watch these live streams to start off. That's where I learned a lot. I did learn a lot from Raja. As you can see, I mean, yes, we're trading price action. Things are very similar, yeah. So
Although,
obviously,
you know what you could do,
yeah.
Because I'm only like 4'1", dude, you could wear me in one of those baby things, you know, that you used to strap the baby to your chest and then walk around.
Jared, I'm gonna have bar stops here on the break. Jared, shut up. Fuck. I'm gonna have bar stops here on the break of these highs. Yeah, sorry, Chad, sorry, Jared.
No stress.
That's. I like the fact that we got that bottom wick and just retested this area. So I think once we break these highs again, we should be good for volume, yeah. Above 164, I'll just put them at 165 flat. About 2 pips above the high. It's actually nice that we're getting an even steeper bottom wick. Much better.
Stop loss 164,660.
164. Yeah, that's perfect. Below previous 30-minute lows looks good. Charge monkey. No.
What are you talking about now?
No, I'm just raving.
No, I don't even want to be worn like that anymore.
Alright, so, you know, you can see here why just waiting for that bottom wick can be so crucial, you know, at London Open. Because we broke those highs, we closed bullish here, we broke the highs right at open, but we've come back, you know, grabbing a bit of liquidity here. So obviously, good thing to not be in this position yet, but if we break the highs, we should be in a much safer position at that point. Personally, I've got it at 164,990 here. But basically, as we break that high, you should get triggered in. Gold did close bullish on the hourly there. you know, looking good to actually continue moving up here. But there's just a lot of issues to the left that I don't really like. So I'm not too interested in gold right now. Raja is a beast with 50k deposits, more than 8 mil profit. All I'm going to say is don't put anyone on a pedestal. Because right now, wherever you are, if you compare yourself to those who have already made it, you will feel inferior. Don't let that take away from your journey. Stay on your path, do your thing. You never know, one day you could do the same thing. It's possible. Don't think anybody else is above you. Obviously, you need to be humble in a sense and realize that nobody is below you either. But who's to say that you couldn't do the same thing? I know I could. And I'm sure as hell not better than anybody else. It takes experience, it takes time and skill, for sure. I'm not taking away from that. The man is very good at what he does. But who's to say with time that you couldn't get very good at what you do? Just put in the work. Good morning, Cyrus. You put your mind to it and put in the efforts, no telling where you can go. You have to believe in yourself before anybody else can. Exactly. 100%. People only really start to believe in you once they start to see results. And it may take you 6 months, maybe 6 years to actually see those results. But you got to believe in yourself from the get-go. Otherwise, it's going to get really tough for you. So you can see as we form this lower wick here on this London open candle, how the lower time frames we've just formed really nice structure here. You know, we got a pullback, support formed, and once we break those highs, looking to continue moving up. So we're flipping back bullish on the hourly here. I like that mid. Could even see like a bearish 15-minute closure, weak bearish 15-minute closure, and then break of those highs. Just have to see here. You know, buy stops on the break of the highs for a reason. If they don't get triggered in, then that's great, we stay out. Yeah, gold, that would have been pretty tough there if you were looking for the buys. Really just stay out of that range. It's all over the place. In the Zoomier recess smart concepts. Nah. Like I say, I don't like this idea of the concept thing. Obviously, I think Roger did that to obviously rip off SMC. But like I say, concepts are just these made up ideas. I like to trade facts, not concepts.
Would you quickly answer WhatsApp quickly?
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Um, ooh, volume. That came quick. Okay, so we're about to break these highs. Lots of volume, guys. Just saw that candle flip out of nowhere. So stops here below previous 30-minute candle for about 33 pips. Let's see what happens here once we break these highs. Oh yeah, your 15-minute close there, that is the new 15-minute opening. But we closed that weak bearish candle. Overall, respecting this most recent resistance. So I'm okay with that to break the highs here of this weak bearish candle and continue driving up. And then in terms of risk management, you know, if we get triggered into the buys here on the break of the high, come back and break this previous 15-minute low, you could manage risk quite aggressively there. Even if we just flip bearish on the current 15, you could manage risk quite aggressively rather than taking a 32 pip stop. So London Open bringing the heat. Very nice setup here. Let's see what happens.
TJ doing TJ things.
At least it's not doing GJ things in Jordan, yeah.
Have you ever had a look at those apps on Zoom, eh?
Nah, I haven't.
I don't think I've ever used one of them.
Oh shit, maybe it's a bad time to open one of these things. Get out of here. Sesh. There's actually an app called Sesh. Okay guys, we look good here. Looking very good. Alright, and I'm in here. Buy stops have been activated on the break of these highs, previous 15-minute highs. Stop loss will be below previous 30-minute lows at 164.650, let's call it. If we flip bearish on this current candle or break previous 15-minute lows, gives you an opportunity there to manage risk. Alright, so we're flipping bearish. Not going to manage anything just yet. But if we break previous 15-minute lows, I'll look at potentially closing partials. Targets here 166. Break even point 165.250.
$165,250.
Yeah.
And drawdown management?
You can call it 164.800.
Thank you.
This idea is actually based off the daily time frame. Like I say, looking to fill the daily wick from Friday. And obviously higher time frame we are bullish. So I don't want to strangle the position here. As you can see, this is a trade where we've got a good risk to reward ratio. Where you can rely a little bit more on that risk to reward and not have to manage too aggressively. But obviously, I don't really want to see us breaking that previous 15-minute low since we closed bearish on the previous 15. But overall we look pretty good here. Going to the moon, yen is the new shitcoin. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Jeez. Bless you.
Sorry, dude. I don't know what's been happening the past couple of days there.
Change of season, what?
I don't know, dude. It's quarter two that's doing this to me.
Quarter two.
Yeah. Even yesterday, I mean, how many times I muted to Sunny? This was ridiculous.
I think you're starting to mature as a trader when you start to look at quarters, like, seriously. I've never really looked at quarters, and I think it's a good time to start focusing on that, moving into the new year. So Q2, I'm really gonna buckle down. Like I said yesterday, I challenge everybody to act as if they were already the person they want to become. So that's what I'm trying to do for the next 3 months, and really gonna, see where it takes me. Stay focused, nose to the grindstone. What are quarters? 3 months. So when you split a year up into quarters, it's every 3 months. TPF for me, 166. It's quite far away, but higher time frame, we look pretty good to move up into 166. So with the volume here, London Open volume, hopefully will give us that advantage point and break us above 165.250. And if we can hold above 165.250, you've got range up to 166 on the higher time frames here, looking left. And you've got plenty of clean traffic up to 166 as well. As you can see here, this range is just beautiful. We should fill that range quite nicely above 165.250. Moving. Told you, first trade of Q2 is going to be a banger.
Yo, I was muted now and I was speaking to you and I'm like, yo, why is Connie ignoring me today? I was like, she smells actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Go, Chicha, go.
There's a bit of
Okay,
noise to the
that'll be
left.
interesting.
There's a bit of noise to the left, but I'm not too concerned, just trusting the higher time frames here and the volume to slice through that area. Would be much better if it were just pure clean traffic. Let's just see how we react right here. "30-minute candle's coming to a close in 4 minutes. Looks like we'll close nice and bullish here. The new 30-minute could even give us a pullback to retest this 164.900 level one more time. So just be aware of that. Runners TP 166. What should be on 165,470? Oh, 165,470 is the wick highs of, or the daily highs from Friday. So based off the daily, you know, that would be a wick fill target. So just a higher time frame idea here. Yesterday we closed bullish. Looking for today's candle to fill that wick from Friday. So that could be like target 1, target 2, 166 here, this wick fill to the left. Overall looks really nice. Diamond hands. Can you look at GU? I actually went over GU a little bit early on, but I mean, we're in a trade here on GJ, so no, not going to get taken away on GU. But you are pushing into a key area on the higher time frames. Just be careful of that. Low time frame there does look good to continue up. Jeez, GJ. Doing the things. So at 165.250, I will look to go break even and secure partials at that level. Probably secure 50% of my position at that level. Alright, so we closed nice strong bullish on the 30-minute. And we just opened up immediately, forming a bottom wick, no top wick. So I would like to see this candle obviously flip bullish. And we obviously have a very high probability of getting that top wick. And when we flip bullish, break previous 30-minute highs, you know, with this volume, we should see 165.250 quite effortlessly here, hopefully. But I'm glad we've cleared this level here. Because this could have caused some issues. But we see this volume coming in here to the upside. I think we look really good. Looking really good. I don't know with y'all, but I'm never satisfied with my trades. Whether I hit TP or not, I always feel like there's something I could get better at. Well, you know what? It's not a bad approach. There is always something you could get better at. Definitely. But you should also be satisfied with the profits and the progress you've made. Because if you're not satisfied with your profits, you may find yourself chasing more profits. Look at the percentages that you're doing. You know, if you're making 2% per trade, that's insane. So just like be realistic with the results that you're seeing. But I don't think it's a bad thing to want to get better and improve. So we tapped into this resistance here at 165, 200 let's say, or showing some signs of rejection there. To me, it looks like we could just be getting a steeper bottom wick on the 30-minute. I think if we come back to entries at this point, you know, I may look at managing, maybe closing out partials. But like I say, I don't want to really suffocate this trade too much. There's plenty of room to the upside up to 166 on the higher time frames. So I don't want to get too caught in these minor pullbacks on the lower time frames. Basically retesting 165 flat here. You know, looking at these round numbers sometimes, psychological levels, we can see strong reactions to these areas. So we've closed above 165.5, 165 flat on the 30-minute there. New 30-minute is retesting that psychological level. So that could be your bottom wick. You know, since we're above this area now, retesting it, I'm sure there'll be a lot of orders at that level to potentially drive us up higher. GJ doing GJ things. Diamond hands. Nah, you know, this diamond hand thing, obviously, that is fun when it came to crypto for a lot of people for a long time, but I'm sure a lot of people's hands got burnt. And in trading, it's not really the approach to take. If you've got a plan, follow it. Don't get emotional or hop out of positions. With that regard, yes, have diamond hands, but be willing to adapt and manage risk where need be. You know, if this turns against me, you'll see the diamond hands go real quick. But I'm not just going to say, oh guys, we're 10 pips in profit, let me close out some. No, I know there's potential here to drive up higher on the higher time frames, so just trading the plan that I've set out. Crypto bros in the chat. flipping bullish here on the 30 minutes after getting that steeper bottom wick down to 165. So like I say, looking to secure partials at this resistance 165 250. I wouldn't mind holding the full position to fill the daily wick, but being the first trade of the month, this was very clean. You know, I just want to give myself that psychological boost, that confidence booster to start the month. You know, because if I do try hold to fill the daily wick and it comes against me, it's not going to feel the best. Sometimes it's about managing your emotions and that, you know. It's not about feelings for sure. But keeping your emotions in check, doing what you need to keep your emotions in check is definitely going to help you in the long run. And if that means securing profit, hey, nobody went broke securing profit, right? But we could easily react to this resistance here. So you definitely want to be, you know, securing partials as you go. Lovely, all the FX, good stuff. What is this chat sometimes? Forex news?
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like price alerts here in the chat.
And literally the last message is GU fly. It's about to skyrocket. GU tap on top. Gold turning bearish. GU reaching for previous week highs.
I think
Spot on.
I think you guys should start paying for the YouTube chat. Look at all the price updates you get. Basically like price alerts.
Yeah.
You know, you pay on TradingView to get price alerts. Why not pay for the YouTube chat? Okay, so we are tapping in and around that level. 5 minute looks really good. Yeah, I'm gonna secure 50% right here and move stops to break even. So risk-free trade, secured partials here at about 165 220 for about 23 24 pips. Didn't quite get that tap into 250, but you know, in and around that level will be fluid. Risk-free trade, looking good here. Good start to the month. Pretty happy with that. Like I say, still plenty of range to move up. I'll look at securing more of my position as we fill the wick from Friday at 165 470. Let's call it 165 450. Wow, I actually made money with you. Welcome to the channel. Con, who did you say you learned price action from? Roger something. Roger Banks. Roger Banks.
The majority of traders learn from them.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was the first person to do these live streams, you know, or at least the first one to really blow up on YouTube. But you know what I used to do? So just for like motivation for anyone who's here, maybe you're at work right now, whatever. I was at work during the live streams, during the New York session live streams. I couldn't sit there and watch those live streams or take those trades. I don't actually recall ever really taking trades that Roger took during his live stream. What I would do was, after work, after working 6 to 6, 12-hour shifts, holy shit. Sorry, GJ. Hello. Love to see it.
You do be looking good.
So after working, you know, like 12-hour shifts, I would get home and I would watch back his stream from the day. And looking at how someone else is looking at the markets, you know, getting someone else's perspective, who is consistent, who is profitable, you know, that's a powerful, powerful thing. You know, I love to be here, but, you know, I think some people maybe take it for granted that you get to actually take away these lessons for free. There's a lot of value here. And, you know, they say people value things as much as they pay for them. This is free. Some people don't value it. But that's their loss. At the end of the day, obviously, I'm going to secure another 25 or let's say 30% right here.
30%.
Yeah, so I've closed out 80% on my total position. As we fill that wick from Friday at 165.450. So let's call it 45 pips, 46, 45 pips. And I got a TP at 166. So, you know, as discussed, breaking above the resistance here at 165.250. You know, if we hold above this level, you've got plenty of clean traffic up to 166. So we've used this London open volume to give us this vantage point, if you want to call it that, to move up to 166 here on the higher time frame. Oh, the FX now, I'm mad. Oh yeah. Sorry, boss. I made back my my $60 from yesterday, Jared. Fucking that.
Yeah. Did you manage to come right? So did you figure out that algo pattern that I told you about?
Yeah, no, that is nice. Helped me sleep last night. But I
it
can't.
does work.
Yeah, it does work.
Like,
everything is fine this morning. Yeah, I've got this copy trader set up, and yesterday I saw these like random trades in. I don't know if they were delayed, but I mean, I took no trades yesterday on the master account, so I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I saw these trades running in like a $60 loss, which is obviously like not terrible, but When you convert it to rands, that's like, shit, that's a tank of petrol. I don't know what happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Otherwise, I'm disconnecting everything. Pulling the plug.
You know you're proud of your car when you start judging how much things cost and how many tanks of petrol you can get with it. So.
Yeah.
The car guy.
What the hell? The Hilux car.
One day I'm gonna drive over your car. Is your car heavy on petrol, bro?
Oh, not too bad. I think last month I filled up maybe twice. But I mean, I don't drive around too much either. But when I drive, yeah, I drive. Keep the kids off the street. Fuck, I drive like an asshole.
Really?
15 liters per 100k. I must actually check. I don't like to look at it because I know that it's just going to be terrible. I'll actually have a look today. But yeah, I could definitely get better consumption out of the car. When you're driving around normally, like not putting foot, it's very like mild-mannered. It's not crazy, you know. But the beast is there whenever you want it. Sweet soul, I think. The thing
Oh,
is,
this was a lovely sell you took.
the thing is, I mean, just look how bullish you are on GJ. Maybe you're just looking at this, saying, oh, we at a resistance. But when you zoom out and you get a higher time frame picture here, we are extremely bullish on GJ. There is nothing bearish about GJ right now. So just remember, you know, don't build up confluence. Don't just say, oh, we at resistance, so there's a lot more to trading. You may as well be trading head and shoulders at that point. At least have a look at the higher time frames. See what we're doing on the higher time frames. So a lot of momentum here to the upside. I wouldn't play with sells. If you're taking sells from this resistance, it's very aggressive. You know, who knows? They could play out. That's probabilities. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe we do settle from these levels. But I mean, personally, I've taken profit here. Taken partial profit. And if I were to look for any more trades, I'd probably stick to the buys. I wouldn't be in a rush to take sells. So gold slowly moving up here, but lots of volatility. Pretty tough. I think just staying out of that range might have been a good play. Otherwise, guys, look, I'm not going to sit here for the whole day. Very nice trade here, secured about 45 pips. And got runners to 166. So I've got a TP at 166. This is a risk-free trade. There's really nothing more to do here. Got a nice pullback there. Looks good to move up. But you know, that 166 might only come this afternoon. Who knows? So I'm not going to sit here until we hit TP. The work is done. And then I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining today. I can't believe it's Tuesday already. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow. Cheers.